this takes an odd bounce. Poor decision. It's scooped up and down inside the 5.
Wow.
That ball just died.
Yeah, great kick right there.
Endorf to throw, feels the pressure downfield and overthrown. Handoff inside to Wooten, and there's just nothing there. 3rd down and 10. Endorf in his end zone, another handoff, and nothing there for Wooten. Bryce LaFolla deep in his end zone to punt this one away. Josiah McLaurin at the 45-yard line for the Terrapins to return this punt. He's going to get a chance here. Makes a man miss. Cuts inside and taken down. Great field position for Maryland. Quick pass here. This is Farouk. And got a 1st down.
How thick he is in his lower body.
It's a handoff. Nolan Ray between the tackles. A few yards there. 3 yards for Ray.
It's a good run right there by Nolan Ray. Does a great job of running behind his pads, but let's get back to this young kid, Malik Washington. I mean, 5 touchdown passes already, 512 passing yards. I mean, to be a freshman and come in and throw the ball as many times as he has, pretty impressive.
Ray wrapped up and brought down another minimal gain. Just picked up 2. 3rd down and 6. Washington again in the shotgun. Nolan Ray standing next to him. Washington. Pressure comes, dumps it off, but it is behind Ray and incomplete. And the field goal unit will come on for the Terrapins.
Yeah, one of those passes that, you know, Malik would like to have back. Had a free rusher coming at him. He didn't panic, trying to hit the check down in Nolan Ray right there. But that's been a problem plaguing this offense. I don't know if that ball got tipped a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, hit off a helmet. But the lack of 3rd down conversions have been plaguing this offense, something that Pep Hamilton, Coach Loxley, wanted resolved.
37-yarder for Sean O'Hare is good. Philip Noyes to kick this one off, and I don't think we're going to see Towson allow any ball to bounce in the end zone. That's a touchback.
But again, talk about Andrew Endorf. It's a freshman that can handle the pressure.
Pass to Londano, not much there. Gang tackling from the Terrapins. Trey Riddick was the first there. Marion battles in his running back. Endorf's going to throw. It's a little bit behind John Dunmore, who usually catches everything thrown his way. It's incomplete.
That defensive coordinator, Monachino, I said it right. I said it right there, Mike. He told
practice makes perfect.
Absolutely. He told us this week how sticky the secondary has been this training camp and how it helps the front seven.
They're going to hand it off here on 3rd and long, and he's brought down immediately. His battles with the carry. Reddick, your guy there, with the takedown.
There's Trey Reddick again.
So our referee for this ball game, David Siegel.
Yeah, you see this play right here, Trey Reddick just reading the offensive blocking scheme, shooting the gap, making the tackle. And that's an aggressive impact tackle. There's a lot of linebackers that could just put hands on people and make the tackle 20 yards downfield, but impactful tackles is what you want.
This is Josiah McLaurin with the fair catch. Ready from the get-go. 1st and 10. Washington was 1 for 2 for 10 yards on their opening drive. Quick throw here. And a little bit of room for Shalik Knox as we send it down to Caroline Pineda.
Well, guys, when Mike Loxley named Malik Washington his starting quarterback, he asked the position group to keep the news quiet. Washington took that to heart, not even telling his mom, Kiana. She found out he was the starter the morning of the FAU game at a tailgate when another parent showed her the announcement the team posted on social media. Kiana told me she immediately started crying then and again when she got to hug him after the game.
It just showed that they can trust this young guy.
Juwan Williams ran for a first down on the previous possession. And Farouk trying to get to the outside. Great tackle there.
Big, strong tackle right there.
Talking to a number of these Tigers players, they're excited about the opportunity on this stage against this Maryland squad. Washington back to throw, looking downfield, has a man open, caught! Smith inside the 5 and down. First and goal for the Terrapins. Juwan Williams in the backfield, got the handoff, pushes through into the end zone for the touchdown. 5 plays, 73 yards. Took just 2 minutes and 18 seconds. O'Hare for the extra point. Obviously, they don't have a first down so far. This is a tough Maryland defense. Endorf in the shotgun. And it's a handoff inside. This is Phillips. Endorf, the first true freshman to start at quarterback for Towson in 20 years. Second down and 9. Quick throw on the outside. Phillips looking for extra yards. And he may have stepped out of bounds. Just a couple of yards shy of that first down marker. 6-yard gain on the play.
But Mike, you saw right there. I mean, you saw what makes Andrew Endorf so special, right? The minute his guy got open, the ball was on him now. So that, and I played running back, right? So if we get the ball early, then we can turn and actually make some yards and make some people miss. Great job by the young quarterback.
A third down and 3. The Tigers 0 for 2 on third down so far in this ball game. Endorf looking, throwing downfield, and his receiver wasn't ready. Jaleel Farouk back deep for the Terrapins. And LaFala got it away. Low punt. Scooped up by Farouk. Good catch. And we have a flag on the field. Farouk had to scoop that up on the low punt.
As a coach, you don't necessarily like that. But he showed good strength in his hands.
Again, David Siegel, our referee, this ball game. First yellow laundry of the ball game.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 2, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Maryland has scored on their first 2 possessions of the ball game. Quick scoop. This is Farouk getting outside, made a man miss. Goes down just shy of the 40-yard line. Washington again in the shotgun. Back to throw. Toss on the outside is caught. Ryan Manning making the play, getting out of bounds. And he's been that and more. It's Nolan Ray on the carry. And all these things help the freshman quarterback, Malik Washington. We had a good conversation with Maryland offensive coordinator Pep Hamilton, and I asked him what has he learned from coaching up young quarterbacks. He's had Justin Herbert in his career, Andrew Luck, and he said de-emphasizing the quarterback and putting them in good situations. So that means getting the running game going. It means the receiver's not dropping the football.
Absolutely.
And Washington has looked good early. Dumps it off, and that's a good tackle there. A.J. Szymanski on the catch.
Szymanski kind of fell in the route right there, got back up, still made the catch.
It's Pep in the booth.
Yeah, Pep, man. I spent some time with Pep at the San Francisco 49ers. I owe my career to Pep Hamilton. He sat me down as a young running back, knew I was a former quarterback, explained defenses to me like a quarterback. I never forgot it.
Nice space there. First third down conversion for Maryland. Maryland in Towson territory. Washington looking to throw. Downfield. Caught! Inside the 5. Salik Knotts with the grab. He's 8 for 9, 139 yards. Malik Washington on fire early. He's going to keep it this time. And he's in for the score. Kickoff from Philip Noyce into the end zone. Can't get much going against this Maryland defense. Short run there from Camarion Battles. We'll set up a third and manageable. Endorf. Short handoff. Wooten looking for space, and they get the first down. First of the ball game after a 3-yard gain. New offensive coordinator for Towson as well this season. Adam Neugebauer is their new OC. As Wooten trying to fight for yards, and he stood up and brought down, gang tackling once again. Cam Rice, the first guy there for the Terrapins.
There's that kid Cam Rice again. Big time graduate playing on this defensive line. But as you can see, you're just not going to see any vertical push from the offensive line. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. There's no vertical movement, allowing the linebackers and secondary players of the Maryland Terrapins to just kind of go and gang tackle. That's a great job by Cam Rice right there.
Second down and 10 for the Tigers. We approach the closing seconds of this opening quarter that's been dominated by Maryland. Pressure comes, quick dump off in traffic. It's caught. And not much space. So timeout Towson. Third and long. Endorf. He goes down. First sack of the ball game for this Maryland defense. After the sack, Tigers forced to punt. And it's Farouk looking to make a move to get free. Tried to cut inside and finally brought down around the 26-yard line.
Only has missed one pass all day. 8 for 9, 139 yards. 2 explosive passes. Couldn't have gone better from Malik Washington.
Hand off to Williams for an injury to a lower extremity during the offseason. Missed some time, and he said, be modest, he's still in kind of training camp mode, but it's one of the reasons, as you see Williams getting free once again, picking up the first down.
Maryland offensive coaches just were holding some things back, but no, the kid wasn't helping.
Washington on the roll and threw it right at the feet of DeJuan Williams. Incomplete. 8 for 10 in this ball game for Malik Washington. Second down and 10. Hand off to Williams right through the hole, wrapped up and brought down. 5-yard gain for Williams. Third down and 5. Washington tosses, caught. Smith. Washington looking downfield, caught. Shalik Knox with the score.
Shalik Knox right here just continues to run. Malik Washington throws that football out there, touchdown.
33-yard pitch and catch. Touchdown grabs this season of at least 25 yards. Towson trying to get on the scoreboard. It has been a struggle so far. First and 10 for the Tigers. Endorf and company has been a different story. This is Caddy Phillips, and the ball is out. A fumble recovered by Maryland.
Man, turnover chains, wrestling belts, all of these things, these plays these kids make.
Nolan Ray is stuffed. Some pushing and shoving going on. 2-yard gain for Ray.
See Rodney Rome getting in. Some pushing and shoving.
Yeah,
right
we
there.
like Rodney Rome.
Yeah, the linebacker for Towson. Young kid out of Richmond, Virginia. 6'2", 225 pounds, the disruptor from this Towson defense.
Ray in the backfield once again. That's Farouk in motion at the top of your screen. Second down. Washington surveying the field, rolling right and tossing out of bounds in the direction of Caleb Webb. It'll set third down and 8. Hey, Washington looked bigger in person when we were watching him yesterday.
He takes
during
up
practice.
a lot of space in front of him, I tell you that.
And he finds Farouk. Maryland now 3 for 4 on third down. Handoff to Ray, found a hole into the end zone. Touchdown. The first half of this ball game, we knew it would be a tall task coming into this one.
Yeah, tall task. Again, just from a roster standpoint, Maryland's just got too many guys.
Quarterback that he really likes in Andrew Endorf. They haven't played a home game yet. Their first home game will be next week. Pass to the outside, battles, makes the grab. More on Shinnick. Let's send it down to Caroline.
Well, Michael, I watched these two head coaches find each other and talk on the field pregame. Shinnick told me Michael Locksley was one of the first people to call him after he got the Towson job. He said, as a Towson alum, Locksley has been nothing but supportive of him in this tenure.
So what you love to see. This is Endorf. Quick pass. Caught. It's a first down for the Tigers.
Hey, they got it. I like it. You see Endorf right there, very quick and decisive with his decision. And if he can continue to do that, get the ball out of his hands to kind of alleviate the rush from that Maryland defense, I think this Towson offense can find some space.
It's Jarvis Jones making the catch, his second grab of the regular season. 15-yard play, their longest play of the ball game.
But Mike, to get back to Coach Shinnick, I think that's why when we met with the Maryland coaches yesterday, they weren't overlooking Towson. You see the success Pete Shinnick's had everywhere he's went.
It's been all Maryland so far. Second down and 10 for this Towson offense. Trying to get into Maryland territory. Endorf back to throw, brought down.
Endorf's hands.
Tigers need 18 yards. It's a handoff, and Battles is quickly brought down. We got a flag on the field.
Don't mean to call a 6'3".
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 98, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Ended up getting his hand on the face mask a little bit right there, but this kid is showing a lot of twitchiness and versatility.
Keep an eye on that one. Second down and 10. Quick dump off. It's Wooten. And Wooten is bullied out of bounds around the 32-yard line. First and 10. Fake handoff. Looking downfield. A man is open. And he can't make the catch. It was Londano that couldn't haul it in. Couldn't make the play. Second down and 10. Endorf back to throw. Gonna take off. Got some yardage. Picked up the first. 11-yard gain for Endorf. Husky in there on the tackle for the Terps.
I like this play by Andrew Endorf. Right, went to his first read, went to his second read, and then immediately made a decision. And when you scramble north and south. You don't go east and west, especially against guys that are faster than you, and get as many yards as you can. Good, decisive decision.
This play started on their own 29. This is the best drive of the game for the Towson Tigers. First down and 10 at the 21. Handoff to Wooten. Wooten, a Duke transfer. Already a graduated from Mercer a couple of years ago. The Tigers have 17 college graduates on their roster.
Yeah, I want you to watch right here. Just watch the penetration right there from Cam Rice. He actually penetrated and circled the guard and still made the tackle. Great effort.
Maryland helping Towson somewhat on this drive with penalties. Endorf throwing in the double coverage, overthrow it, looking for Dunmore. That connection. Maryland second in the nation in red zone defense. Endorf to throw and nearly picked off. Fourth and 1. And Battles pushing through. Did he get enough? Him how he would describe his game yesterday. He said aggressive. We saw it right there. DeJuan Williams goes down immediately.
Where says I go to the game. But he told us he has the voice of the defense. He can make every check.
Ryan Manning brought down immediately. Washington having a first half that would mean a solid game for a lot of quarterbacks across the country. 12 for 16 now, 219 yards. And we're going to have a pass interference call here.
Back on the play.
Zakai Brown. And they're on the coverage.
Zakai Brown was the guy who got beat on that double move earlier in the game. He's trying to stay as close to these receivers as possible.
Interfering is one way to do it. Here's David Siegel.
Pass interference, defense, number 12. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
First penalty of the ball game for Towson. DeJuan Williams alone back. Got the handoff, full head of steam, and near the first down marker, just a couple of yards short. Rodney Roan Jr. in on the tackle for Towson. 60 yards on the ground so far for Maryland. Washington with the handoff to Williams, who pushes through for another Maryland first down. Roan had a good year a season ago, but he wasn't a starter. A complete overhaul for this Towson defense. 9 starters gone, 9 new starters in. Their only returning starters are in the defensive backfield.
Great job by Carolina right there. I mean, to be able to communicate on all 3 levels.
Washington taking off, got the first down and more into Towson territory. 13-yard gain for Washington.
This kid Malik Washington is impressive.
It's tough.
I mean, you just don't see young quarterbacks making the mature decisions that you see this kid making. Pep even told us that he's emotionally mature.
Yes.
He doesn't get too hyped when things are not going good or when things are going great. He stays pretty calm.
And his leadership stands out as well as Williams muscling his way through. Good gain there. Again, impressive to hear from a 19-year-old.
Very impressive. Oftentimes, good young quarterbacks in the NFL.
Third down and 3. Handoff to Ray. Found some space. Picked up the first down. By a few inches, and Maryland's going to go for it. 4th and less than a yard as Ray didn't quite get there. And Washington keeping himself. Big gain inside the 25. 3 rushes, 29 yards, and a score for Malik Washington, who's done most of his damage with his arm. Ray stood up and brought down immediately. Washington, quick throw on the outside and brought down right around the first down marker. 3rd and 1. Toss and brought down immediately. Nowhere for DeJuan Williams to go. C.J. McClendon in on the tackle. A loss of 6. O'Hare to try a 39-yarder. Kickoff here to start this 3rd quarter. McLaurin with the return and taken down right around the 20-yard line. Bring a little joy back on that sideline. Quick throw. This is Farouk breaking tackles and brought down just across the 25-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Jason Shiggs wrapping up Farouk and bringing him down.
You see Maryland start a lot of drives with just what we call drive starters. Just a quick little flat route to your big-time receiver and force the defense to have to tackle him in space. That's just like handing the ball off to a running back behind the center.
Farouk with 46 yards through the air. Washington back to throw. Downfield, got a man. Smith stays on his feet and steps out of bounds.
Glad to see him out there making plays.
And he was listed as questionable heading into this ball game. A handoff to Nolan Ray, getting to the outside and out of bounds after a short gain. A miscue from Malik Washington. It was tipped. May have been thrown behind his intended target. But Stegall off to the races, and the big fella, 6'3", 295.
Yes, he is. You see right here, Malik just kind of threw that ball a little hot and behind the running back. You see Stegall right there. Big dude getting his hands on the football. Defensive coordinator Darian Doolin told us this week, this kid demands a double team. Good to see him to have his hands on the football. I know he wanted to score right there, Mike.
It's a handoff to Al Wooten the second. And brought down, not much there. Again, we knew they were heavy underdogs coming in and just trying to find some semblance of something to be happy about.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point in playing if you can't get excited when you do make plays?
Back to the end zone, not there. Endorf looking, rolling to his right, heavily pursued, threw it across his body, intercepted. Heading the other way, Lakai rolling, real estate in front of him. From one end zone to the other, touchdown Terps.
Checking another receiver. And just takes the ball away from Andrew Endorf. Right here, Mike, it's when your back starts getting a little tight. But he finishes that thing off with a touchdown.
Extra point is good. How about a wild start to the third quarter? We're not even through the third game of this regular season. 7 interceptions by 6 different players so far for Maryland.
Wow. New defensive coordinator Ted Monachino making an immediate impact.
Yes.
Immediate impact.
Going to see how good his short-term memory is. First down and 10. Quick handoff to Camarion Battles. And really nothing there. No gain on the play. And a flag is down on the field. It's first and 5. Battles. Minimal gain there. One for 7 on third downs this afternoon. Handoff, Battles looking for a hole. Not going to find it. It's going to be a 4th and short. Tigers couldn't convert the last time they went for it on 4th down. This is 4th and 1. Endorf in the shotgun. Trying to draw Maryland off sides. Nothing doing. Good discipline there from the Terrapins defense.
It's crazy to hear these snap counts.
A follow to punt for the Tigers. And McLaurin makes the grab at his 15-yard line. And brought down immediately, just shy of the 25. First snap for Washington after throwing the first interception of his young career. That's Iverson Howard, a bulldozer. Nearly got the first down there. Another handoff to Howard. And a loss of a couple of yards on that play. Again, Yeah, they have to be happy with the rushing game so far in this ball game. 116 yards on the ground for the Terrapins. They entered today averaging with just 99 yards per game. They were averaging headed into this one.
That ain't good. Again, Pep Hamilton used to be in the running back room with me in San Francisco. He understands runners.
That one a little high.
And after a couple years at Georgia State, had 20 offers coming out of the fourth.
Washington going near the sideline. Smith making the catch. Octavian Smith with the first down this afternoon. Handoff. Howard brought down immediately. And Maryland won the previous 3 meetings, a 38-6 win in the last matchup in 2023. Another quick handoff.
But you want to be able to run the football when the other team knows you're running it.
That's a tough throw there, trying to find Smith. I hope Bryce McPherson was just stretching. This is his first punt of the ball game. And goes into the end zone. First and 10 for the Tigers. Endorf looking deep. Make the grab.
Those are the plays this offense needs more.
Play man. Zay Perkins making the catch, his first of the ball game. 18-yard grab.
Really good throw right here by Andrew Endorf. Found space in the vertical seam of this defense. See the receiver just sit down in that pocket. Endorf decisive, seeing the defense really clearly right there. Good pass.
Look at end zone this time. Londano had a drop in the first half. No problem there. First touchdown of the ball game for the Tigers. A 19-yard TD throw to Londano.
Great touch on this pass by the young quarterback, Andrew Endorf. Again, not hesitating, understand exactly where he's going with the football. Just a little bit of a sluggo route or a slot fade, what we like to call it. And the reason why offenses run the fade out of the slot to give themselves more space to drop that ball into the bucket right there. It's a good catch by Londano.
And a game out of reach, but a positive drive there for the Towson Tigers. On the scoreboard, they did not score a touchdown in the last meeting between these two teams in 2023. A 38-6 win for Maryland. Caden Williams to kick it off. 41-7 is our score. And this one caught at about the 10-yard line. Josiah McLaurin trying to get outside and brought down immediately.
Washington these days over 15 for 21, 257 yards. Touchdown, did have an interception. Great day.
Zymir Smith made the grab
of a true freshman quarterback. Again, the trust that the Maryland offense coaching staff has in this kid is phenomenal.
Next time we'll see him is next week in Camp Randall against Wisconsin. Third down for the Terps. 4 for 8 on third downs in this ball game. Martin looking. Play made. It's Caleb Webb with the catch. And brought down right around the 30-yard line. Not a single catch in this ball game. We got a flag down on the field as Dunmore makes the catch. Here he is to throw again. Catch is made. It'll be a first down for the Tigers. Endorf working near the sidelines and just shy of the first down marker. That's Charlton once again.
Yeah, I know head coach Pete Shennett, who's also the play caller, likes the fact that he has his young quarterback in the rhythm.
Going deep, but incomplete. Tigers have struggled on third down in this ball game, just 1 for 8. This is a 3rd and short, handoff inside. It looks like he may be a little short.
Daniel Owens right there on that tackle. Big kid out of Pikesville, Maryland. Just big guys leaning on guys, stopping the run. Again, there's no vertical movement right there. There he is right there.
Lined up quickly on 4th down and got the conversion. Quick throw on an out route. Endorf chased out of the pocket and brought down once again.
Let's see if we can see what happened to Luke. Yeah, Mathis like
helmet to helmet
fire.
Endorf to throw, feels the pressure downfield. Wasn't it a second? No, did not stay in bounds. 3rd down and 10. Endorf with 145 yards through the air. Has found a little bit of a rhythm here in this second half. They're going to hand it off. Right up the gut. Battles. Is brought down. And that ball will stop just inside the 1-yard line. Well done. Follow will just try to do it again. And this one's well short. Caught around the 20-yard line by Josiah McLaurin. 28-yard punt to really get the separation they needed to pull that one out against Northern Illinois. They've been much more sound on both sides of the ball today. Martin gonna run and goes down around the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup.
Mike, to your point,
first to 10 for the Terps. Excuse me, 2nd and 9. And a little push there. And good coverage there. Looked like it could have been close to pass interference, but good timing there from Mike Swain. And it's going to be 4th and 3.
4th and 3. Let's see if Locks is going to punt it or go for it. Looks like he's going to punt it. But again, you have practice and you have all this situational football for a young kid like Christian Martin to back up. But it's nothing like these real game reps to get him in these real game situations to develop him.
Dunmore again back deep for the Tigers. As we said, it's been a quiet day for John Dunmore, taken out of this ball game by the secondary, the Terrapins. Dunmore forced out of bounds just past the 20-yard line. New quarterback Nathan Kent. They're going to hand it off here. Kasheem Phillips with the run.
Could you imagine, Mike, you're a graduate guy. You played 2 years ago for the program, and a freshman, a guy was in high school last year, comes in and takes your job, you know? But it also shows great emotional maturity that you can stay with the program. And, you know, like every week, every game in high school is like playing in some type of a college environment.
And that pass too low. Kent looking for Zay Perkins. This will be a quick 3 and out. And Dorf finished with 145 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And punt is blocked.
Messiah Delholm, he is all over the place, man.
It's a handoff. And not much space for Iverson Howard. 3-yard gain. Empty backfield this time. Quick throw on the outside. And Howard getting a lot of work here in the second half. Brought down around the 10-yard line. Pickup of 2.
Xavier Terry on the tackle right there. One of the leaders on the back end of this Towson Tigers defense. One of the veterans, a grad from DC.
One of 2 returning starters for this Towson defense, along with Miles Brody.
Miles Brody had a 66-yard interception a couple of weeks ago. Pick 6.
We got 3rd down and 5 here. Martin looking end zone, couldn't haul it in. Oh, just throw it up and get it. That's good defense there by Miles Brody.
Absolutely. See if Towson can find some positive yards here on this drive.
Sam Reynolds with the return. And nowhere to go.
Right now, he's being taken out of the game. Nathan Kent is in the backup.
Kent looking downfield, has a man, it's caught. Jason Doss.
Finish it up.
15, 10, 5, touchdown, Towson. A 1-play, 84-yard touchdown drive for the Tigers. On this sideline for Towson. Got a couple of scores here in this second half. Josiah McLaurin across the 20, down around the 23, 18. And Towson has outscored Maryland 14-10 in this second half. Irish and Howard immediately brought down.
Like a solid schedule right there. Looks like they can do some damage.
Howard picked up 6, brought down by Cody Williams. In 1962, there's a sack first of the ball game for the Tigers. Caden White.
He made sure I showed up Sunday morning for my meeting. Let's just say that.
Oh, so it was quite the Saturday night.
Yeah, it was quite the Saturday night. This is a must-win for Notre Dame.
Must win. Kent looking downfield once again, and flags, couple of flags thrown down in coverage. Braden Lee there on the coverage for the Terrapins.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, this freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Braden Lee, just getting a little too handsy right there. Was in great phase with the receiver. Didn't even have to put his hands on the receiver right there. But again, young cornerbacks, sometimes they get in their own head and they start putting their hands on receivers because they want to dominate the receiver. Didn't have to do that.
Even with a big lead, Coach Loxley not going to be happy about the penalties as Kent taking off and brought down. Short game. 2nd down and 7. Kent. And he's going to take off and run. Going to pick up the first down. Takes a hard hit and goes down inside the 30.
Why didn't you slide, young fella? You had the first down. You didn't even have to take that hit. You see Nathan as he starts to scramble. Good job going through his reads. 1 to 2 to 3 to run. But right here, he kind of gets in no man's land. He's like, do I want to slide or do I want to take the big hit from the corner? I know if he had to do it over, he'd get down.
Yeah, you're going to feel that.
Oh, yeah, right there in the hip.
Did pick up 14 on the play. Looking deep, and we're going to get pass interference again. 9th penalty for 80 yards for Maryland in this one. Quick throw, and it's brought down. Peyton Faulkner, 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Run inside, and a short yardage gain. Ingram, the running back. Kent to throw. Fade in the end zone. Long. Caden Williams, 29-yard attempt. And Williams a good kicker. He's a 50-yarder already this season. And he stays perfect on the year. And into the end zone for a touchback. About Malik Washington, and you just saw a big smile come across his face.
Yeah.
As he said, he's that guy.
He's that guy. He injects energy. Good tackle. Injects energy into the team, not just the offense. Just
Iverson
clips.
Howard going on a trip.
Yeah, man. I hated being off of my feet when I played. Man, that is not a
Prior to
good
the snap,
feeling.
30-second charge timeout. Towson.
2nd down and 4 for Maryland's offense. And Howard pushing his way through. And short game here. Xavier Terry and Miles Turner in on the tackle. 3-yard gain from Howard.
And this is the area of the game what we would call 4-minute offense. And
2nd down and 7. Howard muscling his way through for a few more yards. And 4 for 12 on 3rd downs today. And quick pass caught and brought down past the marker. Jordan Scott making the grab. Maryland at midfield, milking that clock. Looking to improve to 3-0 for the 4th time in the last 5 years. Howard once again stuffed. It's going to be an interesting Big Ten schedule.
very
Across the conference.
Very interesting. Good to see Coach Loxley getting his team right. And also, I think that it's a good recruiting thing for Maryland to have 2 former NFL coordinators in here. Players know that they're going to get real NFL coaching and they're going to get a shot. And that's really coming out of high school. You want to win a national title, yes. You want to play for a good program, yes. But you want a shot at the NFL. That's why we do this thing. And so Loxley doing a great job having that thought, thinking about that, and being very intentional about his hirings. See,
I mean, the number of guys that we highlight earlier, the defensive players that Monachino has coached up, talked about the quarterbacks that Pep Hamilton has helped develop over the course of his career, Justin Herbert, Andrew Luck.
absolutely.
To name a few.
And that's how you get a Malik Washington, right? Malik Washington could win anywhere in America. But you get a Malik Washington because you knew.
44-17 is our final score.